I had a little mishap with my oil pressure line, so I was going to stop and talk about what you got to do to get a 4BT into a D3. I'll start with the flywheel. You have to use the Cat flywheel because it's an internal gear drive under here that meshes with the torque converter. This is the Cummins flywheel. I lost my piece of paper with my measurements, but you have to take about 4/10 of an inch off the back on the lathe. And this hole pattern is a little bit bigger on the Cummins than on the Cat. The right way to do it, if you had a mill, I guess would be to come over here between these holes, drill new holes. I don't have a mill. I drilled these slightly oversized in the flywheel in the machine. Gave me enough room to hook my bolts up. Flywheel housing, the Cat has this oil return here. There's not enough meat on the Cummins housing to drill that without welding a block of aluminum out here. I had to get a buddy that can weld aluminum to weld that on, machine that in there. Then your starter. The D3 starter will bolt into the Cummins housing, but it is too long. So I ordered this off Amazon. This is a gear reduction starter for a D4C, and that will mesh up with your flywheel. Then you got it all bolted up. Hydraulic pump is the next thing. The Cat drive gear for the hydraulic pump, it is not the same as the Cummins timing gears. So if you have to find the gear off a early 90s Dodge with a 12 valve in it that drives the vacuum pump, I believe it is, you may have to buy a whole vacuum pump. They're like $100 on Amazon. Then you can turn that taper in there to mesh with the Cat hydraulic pump. Now, the original steel lines that came around here, this engine is a little bit shorter. They wouldn't work. So what I did, I cut the line off of this fitting, tapped it for 1 inch NPT, rubber lines made, and then the same thing, a short rubber line on the bottom, and took that little piece of steel out, and that fit. Let's see, the next big thing. That's pretty much got it on all the hard stuff to figure out. Motor mounts, made those out of 1/2 inch before flat bar. I just have some conveyor belt under them to dampen them now, but I need to find something a little better. Like I said, the engine does sit a little farther back, so if you use the Cummins fan, I had to make a shroud. Everything's still a little in the testing stages now. I haven't prettied anything up. Oh, radiator hoses. Just went to Napa and browsed the selection, found a couple that looked about right to do the job. Other than that, hooking up wires and linkages.